सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिकसुमधुरं मुक्तिभाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षद्युतरुकिसलयं नाथ ते पादमूलं नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपते कृष्णा कारुण्य सिंधो कृष्णा कारुण्य सिंधो हृत्वा निशेषतापान् प्रदिशतु परमानन्द सन्दोहलक्ष्मी
Guru Pavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We all had the opportunity to understand the greatness of Varahavataram, and now we begin with the Kapila Vasudeva Avataram. What have we understood till now? Swayambhuva, along with his Dharmapatni Shatarupa, had 3 daughters, Akuti, Prasuti and Devahuti. 2 sons, Uttanapada and Priyavrata. This Devahuti was told that she should be marrying the great Prajapati called as Kardama Prajapati. Incidentally, around the same period is when Kardama Prajapati was performing penance towards Bhagavan, thinking of his Swarupam and Rupam. Bhagavan Garudopari Kalamegham, like the dark rain-bearing clouds with a lotus, appeared on the Garuda in front of Kardama and asked him to marry Devahuti. So when Shatarupa and Swayambhuva brought the alliance, Pratiksha, Agatim Pratiksha, he was waiting for it. Then comes the next Shloka. Manunopakrutam cha Devahutim Taruni Ratnam Avapya Kardamosau Bhavadarchana Nivrittopi Tasyam Dhrida Shushrushanaya Dadhau Prasadam Asau Kardamaha cha Avapya. This Kardama, after having attained, this Kardama Prajapati, after having attained Devahutim Taruni Ratnam, after having attained Devahuti, who was the jewel among all women that we see in the world, such a repository of Sattva Guna and good qualities, Taruni Ratnam, Devahutim, Upaghritam Manuna, given respectfully in marriage by her very father called Swayambhuva Manu. This Kardama Prajapati lived with her. How? Bhavad Archana Nivrittaha Api, through worshipping you. Bhavad Archana, hey Krishna, by doing Archana to you, singing praises about you. Dadhau Prasadam Tasyam. He was also extremely impressed with Devahuti, Kardama Prajapati, because Dridha Shushrushanaya, on account of her very dedicated, very sincere service, he was extremely impressed of Devahuti. So with this, Devahuti and Kardama Prajapati's formal marriage, their Vivaham has been described. What happened after that? Saha punaha twadupasana prabhavat dahita kama krite krite vimane vanita kula sankulo navatma vyavahara devapatheshu devahutya saha punaha. That Kardama Kardama here is that Saha, he, that he is Kardama. Saha Punaha. Then Tvad Upasana Prabhavar. Because of the glory of worshipping you. Tvad Upasana. Navatma Vyaharan. He got a new body, very fresh, young body, with which Navatma Vyaharan. Why did he take such a beautiful body? Because to sport Devapatheshu Devahutya, so that he can enjoy with his new wife called as Devahuti in the beautiful gardens of the Devas. Devapatheshu Devahutya, in the garden of the Devas, he can enjoy with Devahuti. Can you see the words? To enjoy with Devahuti, he went to Devapatheshu, the gardens of the Devas. Next, Vanita Akula Sankulaha. Thereby they were surrounded by many Apsarastris. Vimane Krite. There was a beautiful vehicle thereby made exclusively for them. Daita Kama Krite. For fulfilling the desire of his beloved. So for fulfilling the desire of his beloved Dharmapatni Devahuti, he acquired a new body. He went to the gardens of Devas. He got a new vehicle. Like how most new couples have. They want a new vehicle, they want the best of the cars, they want a nice house, they want to go to various gardens. We see here Devahuti and Kardama Prajapati too spending their time as a newly married couple. Did they continue like that? We have to see. Shatavarshamath vyatitya soyam navakanyaha samavapya dhanya rupaha Vanayana samudyatopi kanta hitakrit tvajjananotsuko nyavatsit. Atha shatavarsham vyatitya. This Yauvana Parvam, that young youth exuberance with which the husband and the wife enjoyed, thereby Atha shatavarsham vyatitya. 100 years passed. Now we'll be thinking, sir, 100 years were they like this? I will give you a few examples. In Śrīman Nārāyaṇīyam, there are 3-4 occasions where such comparisons are used. 1. Rama, Sita and Lakshmana have left Ayodhya. It was 5 nights since they had left. That is when Kaushalya tells Dasharatha, hey Dasharatha, 5 nights are over since Rama has left. But to me, it seems as if 5 years are over. Because I am separated from my son, that Dukkham gives me a feeling that 5 nights is equal to 5 years. Pancha Varshopama, she says. Dasharatha passes away. At that point in time, that night, Atita Sharvari Dukkham, that one particular night, appeared like 100 years. Varsha Shatopama, say all the sages, that one night of Dasharatha's demise appeared like 100 years. Rama was waiting for 4 months for the Vanaras to help him, because Chaturmasyam, Varsha Kalam, they will not help. That is when Rama decides to stay and says, laments, these 4 months that I am waiting for help, where I am separated from Sita, appears like Varsha Shatopama. It looks as if 100 years have passed. So, when you are in Dukkham, small numbers appear large. 1 night like 100 years. 4 months like 100 years, 5 nights like 5 years. This is how it appears in Dukkham. Let's come to Sukham. When Vishwamitra spent his time with Menaka or Ghritachi for 10 years, he says, those 10 years that I was spending happily with you went away like 1 day. So he could have just spent like 1 day. It appeared like 10 years, or 10 years appeared like 1 year, because you spend such a long time happily, it will appear. You listen to a talk for 2 hours, very interesting talk. It will look as if 5 minutes have just gone. It will be so interesting. So, here we should not construe 100 years as 100 years. We should think for many time they spend their time together. For many months or years they spend their time together. Atha shatavarsham vyatitya. Thereby 100 years went away. Samavapya navakanyaha. Thereby they got 9 daughters in the due process. Dhanya rupaha saha ayam. With that extremely beautiful form, he got 9 daughters. Then this Kardama Prajapati, Vana Yana Samudyataha Api. He said, now I have lived the life of a Grihastha, produced children. Let me now become a Vanaprastha and retire to the forest. Samudyataha Api. Vana Yana. Let me go to the forest again. Nyavat Seet. But stayed on. He didn't go. Why? Kanta Hitakrit. His Kanta, his beloved Devahuti said, no, please spend some more time with me. Why? Last word, Tvat Janana Utsukaha, because they were expecting Bhagavan's partial manifestation to appear as a child for them. So, waiting for Bhagavan to appear, he did not retire to the forest immediately. What happened after that? Nija bhartrugira bhavan nisheva nirataya matha devahutyam kapilastwamajayathaha jananam prathayishyan paramatma tattva vidyam atha he devahutyam. Oh Bhagavan, hey Bhagavan, hey Deva, the one who loves to play, hey Deva, Devahutyam, in Devahuti, Bhavan Nisheva Niratayam, who was always intent upon your worship, that particular Devahuti, Nija Bhartrugira, she who was very, very obedient and sincere to the words of her husband, who is Kardama Prajapati, Tvam Ajayathaha Kapilaha. You manifested to them as the 10th child, as a son, called as Kapila Vasudeva, Prathayishyan Jananam, for proclaiming amongst the people Paramatma Tattva Vidyam, to give them the essence of attaining Paramatma, to give that particular knowledge. You appeared Paramatma Tattva Vidyam, to talk about the great Tattva of the highest Tattva called as Paramatma. You appeared as Kapila Vasudeva. Vanameyushi Kardame Prasanne Mata Sarvaswamupadishan Jananyai Kapilatmaka Vayumandiresha Tvaritam Tvam Paripahi Mam Gadaughad. Hey Vayumandiresha, hey Krishna, hey Vasudeva, who lives in this kshetram of Guru and Vayu, hey Guru Vayurappa, hey Vayumandiresha Kapilatmaka. In the form of Kapila, you manifested yourself. So, your Vasudeva, you had a partial manifestation in the Tanu, in the body of Kapila Vasudeva, as born as the 10th child. After 9 daughters, was born a son to Kardama Prajapati and Devahuti. Tvam Upadishan Jananyehi. Thereby, as you grew up, what did you do? Your biggest achievement was Tvam Upadishan Jananyehi. You imparted the knowledge to your very own mother. Isn't this very amusing? Parents will teach their children. Here the boy is teaching his mother. Upadishan Jananyehi. To your Janani you gave that knowledge. Of what knowledge? Mata Sarvaswam. Sarvaswam Matam. About Sankhya philosophy. So when we deal with Sankhya philosophy, we have Prakriti and Purusha. What does this Prakriti indicate? Pancha Bhuta, Pancha Tanmatra, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Prakriti, Mahat, Ahankaram. And then we have got the gunams that distribute itself. And we see all of this in Prakriti. Then we have a Purusha. So it is 25 in number. 24 together make up one Tattva. 25th is the Purusha Tattva, the Jivatma. So this is how Prakriti Purusha Sankhya philosophy is. But later stages, Sankhya philosophy is, people said it is Nirishvara Sankhya. Everything is there but Ishvara. But our Acharyas have believed when Kapila Vasudeva gave Upadesha, there must have been a complete belief of Paramatma. Later people did concoct it. So here, Kardame Mata Sarvaswam, that Sankhya philosophy you taught your mother, Kardame Prasanne Vanam Eyushi. Then the moment the son was born, then he grew up. When the wife had a certain set of questions, she went and asked her husband Kardama Prajapati. Kardama said, don't ask me, you have got Sakshat Bhagavan in partial manifestation. Aveshya Avataram is Kapila Vasudeva, ask him. So her questions and the answers given by Kardama Prajapati is what is going to be central to our 15th Dashakam. So he says, Tvam Paripahimam Kardame Prasanne Vanameyushi. After Kardama left, ensuring that Devahuti's questions will be answered by the son, he left to the forest. Kardame Prasanne Vanam Eyushi. He left for the forest. Tvam Paripahimam. Hey Bhagavan, hey Guruvayurappa, Vayumandiresha. Why don't you protect me? Tvaritam Gadaughad. Gadaughad. Aughad Gadam Gadaughad. Please remove the ailments that I am facing. Extreme body pain. remove that and give me the same knowledge like how as Kapila Vasudeva you gave to Devahuti, your mother, says Bhaṭṭatiri in this 14th Dashakam.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण